Good morning, students. Our today's topic is dwellable surfaces. So, first we define what is ruled surface. A surface generated by the motion of single parameter family of straight lines, that is called ruled surface, and the line by which this surface is generated, that is called the generator of the ruled surface. For example, you can see here this surface that is generated by the motion of the single parameter family of straight lines. Here these straight lines, these are the generators of this surface, and this surface is ruled surface here. In general, there are two kinds of ruled surface. The first kind of ruled surface, that is dwellable surface. So what is dwellable surface? A surface that can be flattened onto a plane without stretching or compressing. It means एक ऐसा surface जिसको हम plane में flat कर सकते हैं बिना compress किए, बिना stretch किए. That is why it is called dwellable surface, means it can be developed into a plane. So that is called dwellable. For example, cylinder. Cylinder is a dwellable surface because if we take a cylinder, you can see the cylinder that can be unrolled into a plane without any stretching and compressing. So that is why the cylinder, that is a dwellable surface. And the second kind of ruled surface, that is skew surface. Skew surfaces, these are the surfaces which are obtained by folding, bending, rolling or cutting by a plane. For example, this surface, if we are to convert this surface into a plane, we have to bend it or fold it, or we have to use cutting here. So this kind of surface which requires folding, bending or cutting, etc. So that is called skew surface. Now, analytically, we can define dwellable surface as the envelope of single parameter family of planes. So, the envelope of single parameter family of planes, that is called dwellable surface. For example, cylinder, cone. Cone is also a dwellable surface. You can see here this cone can be unrolled into a plane without any stretching or compressing. So we can say cone is also a dwellable surface. Now, next, the property is that the characteristics of the family of the planes is a straight line, and these are the generators of the dwellable surface. Now next we will do a theorem, and for that we require one parameter family of planes. So if we have the Cartesian equation of plane, you know the Cartesian equation of plane is given by a1x plus a2y plus a3z is equal to p. In the vector form, we can write it as a1i plus a2j plus a3k dot xi plus yj plus zk is equal to p. If we denote this vector by the vector a and this vector as a vector r, then in the vector form, the equation of plane is given by a dot r is equal to p. If this a and p are the functions of any single parameter u, in that case, this equation represents the single parameter family of planes. Now, next is our theorem. Based on this result, the tangents to the edge of regression are the generators of dwellable surface. Edge of regression we have discussed already in the previous sections. Now, let us consider a family of planes given by r dot a is equal to p. Here a and p are the functions of single parameter u. Now, let us take the equation given by f of u is equal to 0, where f of u we have denoted by r dot a minus p. Now we are to find the edge of regression. Now by definition, edge of regression is given by the three equations: f of u is equal to 0, curl by curl u of fu is equal to 0, and curl 2 by curl u2 of fu is equal to 0. So fu is equal to 0 means this r dot a minus p is equal to 0. Curl by curl u of fu is equal to 0. From here this gives r dot a dot minus p dot is equal to 0. And again partial derivative of this with respect to u gives r dot a double dot minus p double dot is equal to 0, where dot denotes the partial derivatives with respect to u. So these three equations gives us the edge of regression of Delaunay. Now for the different values of u, the line of intersection of the planes 1 and 2, that gives us the generator of Delaunay surface. Now since the generators lies on the plane 1 as well as plane 2, and the plane 1 is the plane r dot a is equal to p, and we know that in the equation of a plane this a vector, that is the normal to the surface. So we can say that the vector a is normal to the plane r dot a is equal to p, and in the second equation the vector a dot, that is normal to the plane 2. Thus we can say that the generator lies in the plane 1 and the plane 2, and the plane 1 is perpendicular to vector a and plane 2 is perpendicular to vector a dot, and therefore we can say that the generator of the Delaunay, that will be parallel to the vector a cross a dot. Now let us differentiate this equation with respect to u regarding r as a function of u. So by using product rule of differentiation, firstly derivative of vector r, that is dr by ds into ds by du, vector a as it is, plus then vector r dot, derivative of this is a dot. Here the derivative of p with respect to u, that is p dot. Now differentiating the second equation, now using the equation 2 here, from the equation 2 we have r dot a dot is equal to p dot. So this will become p dot here, p dot is cancelled with p dot, and this is the unit tangent vector t cap, this is s dot. So this will become t cap into s dot dot vector a is equal to 0, because s dot is not equal to 0. So from here we get the dot product of these two vectors, that is 0. T dot a is equal to 0. Now let us differentiate the equation 2 with respect to u. Now differentiating this equation with respect to u by using the product rule, the derivative of vector r, that is dr by ds into ds by du, this vector as it is, plus the vector r as it is, the derivative of a dot, that is a double dot, derivative of p dot, that is p double dot. Now again using this equation, which is equation 3, r dot a double dot, this is p double dot, so these two terms will be cancelled out, this is t cap, this is s dot. So finally this equation gives us t dot a dot is equal to 0, because s dot is not equal to 0. Thus finally we have obtained these two equations. The dot product of vector t with vector a as well as vector a dot are 0. So we can say that the vector t, that is parallel to their cross product. So t cap is parallel to the cross product of the vectors a and a dot. Now as we already discussed, the generator of Delaunay, that is parallel to this vector, and also t cap is the parallel to same vector. So we can say because this is parallel to this vector and this vector is parallel to t cap, so we can say that t cap, that is parallel to the generator of Delaunay. Thus we have proved that the tangents to the edge of regression are the generators of Delaunay surface, and this completes the proof of the theorem. Now Next, we find the equation of developable surface by using the above property as we discussed. We already discussed the tangents to the edge of regression are generators of developable surface. So, if we take the equation of edge of regression given by vector r is equal to the vector r which is function of s, and if we take any point P on this curve, then we can see that the tangent at the point P, if we draw tangent at the point P of this curve, then this tangent, this is the generator of developable. Here the unit tangent vector t cap to the edge of regression at this point P, that is along this line, and this line is the generator of developable to the point P. So if we take vector r as a position vector of the current point Q on this generator, then by using the triangle law in this triangle of the vectors addition, we can see that the vector OQ is given by the vector OP plus vector PQ. Now the vector OP is vector R and vector PQ. Vector PQ, that is along the direction of the unit tangent vector t cap. So we have taken its magnitude as mu and its direction is along t cap. So we can write vector R is equal to vector R plus mu into t cap. So this gives us the position vector of current point on the generator. So this represents the equation of the developable surface.